weekend, did you pay the little mistakes in the first laps in Q3?
Well, yeah, clearly. I mean, that was definitely a mistake of mine, trying to put it on the limit, and then made a mistake, had to abort the lap. Then you rely on a bit of luck, of course, that there is not going to be a red flag, but that can happen on a street circuit, so just a bit upset with myself.
Is it difficult to think of a comeback now, considering that with the new tarmac, staying outside of a racing line is difficult for you? There are two shorter DRS zones too.
I mean, it's going to be tough. Yeah, I made it difficult for myself, so I have to accept
maybe
that.
With your car.
No, minimum
difficult.
P2.
Sorry.
Minimum P2.
Minimum P2. So the only opponent that you are in front of you is your teammate. Are you saying?
Yeah, but there are of course a few cars between us.
That's.
As I've talked about in the car this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say quite pleased. You know, I'll take the result, of course. It's a very flattering result for the performance that we showed. Did a really decent lap in Q2 to just scrape through, you know, just to get into Q3, and that's not where we should be. Everybody's working so hard to bring more performance to the car. It's definitely not through a lack of effort, and it's just not coming to us at the moment. So lots to think about, a few questions that need answering, but you know, tomorrow's a new day, and we'll see what we can do.
Have you got a better race car than you have a quali car at the moment?
I hope so. I definitely hope so. No, we should do. You know, it's a theme of us that we generally have a better Sunday than we do on Saturday. Obviously, got the Haas and Alpine around us. Hopefully, we can get past them. Ferrari tend to struggle a bit more on Sunday, but you know, we'll focus on tomorrow. But we need to think about the bigger picture and how we're going to bring that fight to the guys at the top.
How soon do you think you'll see Max in your rearview mirrors?
Yeah, pretty quickly, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult for everybody. You know, it's as I said, everyone's working so hard to get up there. We'll try and put a bit of a fight with whoever's around us, but we'll see what we can do.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thanks. Lewis, we heard you on the radio say we left it too late. Traffic causing you problems as well on that lap in the end, was it?
Yeah, it was a difficult session. We're not that quick, you know, so it really needed perfect laps. It was difficult to get into a rhythm for us. I think at the beginning I had that issue with car going slow in the last corner, and there was a couple of decent moments in there where I thought the car was good. Q1 end of the run time was not too bad, and then but we're at the back end of the top 10, of course, and then just in that last one I was the last of a pack and tried to get the temperatures into the tires, but then I was the last, like one of at the back of the queue, and everyone slowed down into the last corner, so I just lost all the temperature into the tires, couldn't do the lap.
So when you've got a car like you have at the moment and you're struggling for pace, is it a case of you need to maximise things like getting you out at the right time in qualifying to give you the best chance possible? Are all these little things really important?
I think it's just that when you have, when you're fast, you can be more sit back, more relaxed. You can go at the last minute. You can take your time, and it's likely you're gonna make it easily into Q3, for example. Is where we know that it was very hard and that there was a 50-50 chance we could get into Q3. So I just think we need to be better with our time. But anyways, it is done. I'll just try and get my head down tomorrow and see what I can do. 13th to God knows where.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Many congratulations. Great job out there today. I mean, we've seen many people struggle across this weekend, so getting that lap in early on in Q3 was always going to be crucial, would you say?
Yeah, well, we were hoping for the second lap because we only had one set of tires, and we kept the new tires for the end. And yeah, the first lap was just a bunker, and it was enough to be in the first row of the grid. So of course we take it, but it was tricky because the asphalt now is quite grippy, but only on the racing line, and there is a big contrast between the racing line and offline, and that probably was the biggest difficulty.
So how much is that going to help you tomorrow instead to stay in P2 if going off the racing line, if someone's trying to overtake, they're going to find it hard?
I don't know, probably it will help, obviously. but I think we will end it up in the place with the surf. If we have the race pace that we had normally on Sundays, probably a podium possibility is there. If we have too much graining or if we have any mistakes or whatever, we will lose the opportunities. So there is also some threats on rain coming for the race. So a lot of question marks at the moment that we don't know, but we should be strong.
What about the threat from behind? I mean, Max is obviously going to be trying to come through pretty quickly.
Yeah.
When do you expect to see him in your mirrors?
Lap, let me guess. He
You got it right last time,
when?
didn't you, when we did this?
In which position, Max?
He's
start?
ninth.
Ninth. Lap 25.
Okay, we'll see if that comes true. Great job today.
Tell us what happened on that situation.
Well, don't be sorry for me. I've just done a really bad job today. Twice the same mistake in the same corner. Yesterday, today, it's just not the level where I want to be. And I know that qualifying is one of my strong points. That most of the time I manage to extract that little extra grip there is in Q3. But today I overstep it just like I did yesterday. So yeah, very angry with myself. Very disappointed with myself. Now I need to bounce back tomorrow and try to have a good result.
We know that you need to take a risk and you need to drive aggressively. We know that you are an aggressive driver. You want to take it aggressively. Do you need to come back, slow back a little bit, or what do you learn?
Well, in Q3, of course, today. Then again, this style of driving is paying off most of the time, but today it's just too much. So I guess yes.